Hi everyone, and welcome to Crochet by Shawn. If you're brand new and joining us for the first time, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, and the share button. And today I'm going to give you an up-close tutorial of the crossed stitches. You can see how everything's crossed. It's the Crocheted Baby Headband. And we are going to start with a Brava yarn, or you can use a baby yarn. It's thinner than, I love this yarn, but it's not quite as thin as a baby yarn. And a size H crochet hook. You do want to leave a little bit of a tail so that you can use the invisible closure to tuck in the ends. And we are going to be using the single crochet foundation row. And we're going to chain 2. You're going to come back into that second chain, into the back bump, and pull up a loop. And what we're going to do is chain 1 on the left side and single crochet on the right side. This way you're doing your chain row and your single crochet row at the same time. So go through both bars of that chain and pull up a loop. Chain 1 on the left and single crochet on the right. This does give it a more flexible foundation row than just a basic chain row where it's a little tighter. This is more flexible. So chain 1 on the left and single crochet on the right. Go through both bars of the chain 1 on the left, and single crochet on the right. And you do want 46 of these. Once you have 46, it looks like this. We are going to join it into the top of the chain 2. With just a slip stitch. And now to do the crossed stitches, we are going to chain 3 for your first double crochet. And now we're going to go into the back stitch behind it, the one we just finished with. Kind of turn your work if you have to, and go through that last stitch to do a double crochet. And this will cross them over. Then we're going to skip the next stitch and go into the next stitch. Do your double crochet. Now we're going to go back and pick up that first stitch that we skipped and do a double crochet in there. Then we'll skip the next one, go into that next one, do a double crochet. We'll go back and pick up our skipped one. You skip the next one, go into the next one, do your first double crochet. Now we'll go back and pick up the one we skipped with another double crochet. And there's your cross stitches. And you'll do this all the way around. And when you get the row done, you should be at this point. We used the last one, that very last one, remember, so that your last 2 are going to kind of look like they're in the middle of the row. So we'll finish these 2 off. Come back and cross it. And then just slip stitch it into the top of the chain 3 to join. Now we want to start in this next one, so slip stitch over to the first one, the first stitch in that cross. We'll chain 3 again, and then we're going to come back into that slip stitch to create the behind one. And this will create your X's on top of each other. So we'll skip this next stitch, go into this stitch, that left side of the X. Now we'll go back and pick up the skipped one, the right side of the X. That X is done. Skip this one, go to the left side of the X, and start. We'll go back and pick up our skipped one. skip this one, go into the left side one. Now we'll go back and pick up our skipped stitch. We'll do one more, skip this one, go into the next one. Now we'll go back and pick up our skipped one. And you'll just do this all the way around. And when you get to the end of that row, you just slip stitch into the top of the chain 3 to join. Then we're going to chain 1 for our finishing row. We're going to single crochet in that same spot we just joined and single crochet in each stitch around. Just one single crochet in each one. It'll give it the finished edge that matches this other one. I can see how they kind of line up and they look the same now. And you just finish going around, join into the top of the single crochet, and then tuck your ends with the invisible closure. And that's all there is to it. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we will see you next time.